Well, as promised, here's part 2 of the Impala police brake upgrade. Not going to let you see the finished product. You can watch the dog run away. All right, enjoy part 2. We're going to pick up right where we left off. Hit the intro. We'll see if I can get this in here. Yeah? Yep. Good to go. All right, they mount right to the... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Okay, I don't need to squeeze the calipers in. I forgot to put my thread locker on the bolts. Dang it. I probably have to cut this open. I think I always carry a razor with me. All right. Hope these things... Oh, we gotta shake it up. There. There we go. Needed to be shook up a little bit. All right. I might just edit this out. Okay, we got some orange thread lock on the bolts. Now let's throw this in. 15 millimeters on those bolts. And they mount right to the stock knuckle, stock location. Gotta try to find them first. But yeah, this is how they go on. And you know, just like every time you mount these things, you never get them lined up right. So you don't know where the hell you are. Can't even see. So, you know, play around with this until you get the bolts in the right spot. So, you know, you get the gist. I'll do this off camera, get this bolted up, and then we'll get the line on there. All right, here we are. I'll mount it up, good and solid. I turn the wheel. So I'm ready to put the hose up in here. Now there's some notches on it. And I'm finding out, is this thing gonna stretch? Wow. Huh? Let's see, are we in frame? I gotta remember to put the clip back in here. I'm doing this around. My chin is right next to the camera. Make sure I'm all the way in. Huh. There it is. Now we're seated. All right, I had to turn that a little bit. All right, push this back in. Oh, might need the pliers to aid in putting that back in. Oh, another thing I did is I dabbed a little. Oh, come on. Oh, knocking the camera over. I dabbed a little anti-seize on the end of that to aid in installation next time. Oh, come on, dude. This does not want to go in. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I think we're seated. Oh, maybe not. Now we're seated. Okay, good and snug. Now we got to throw this back up in there somehow. There it goes. I'll make sure we're not cross-threaded. That would be bad. So I'm going to go ahead, tighten that up. And I'm going to hit this whole area, spray some brake cleaner on the boots and, you know, everywhere where that fluid dropped. And then I'm going to go do the other side. And then check back with you when it's time to do the back. And then I'll do a back brake. And it'll be the same for the other side. And then we'll bleed, put the wheels on, take her for a spin. And I got nowhere to do like a 60 to 0 stop to see if this actually increases the performance. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm more concerned with pad life and rotors warping, which, you know, if you own one of these cars, you know the damn rotors are going to warp. you know, depending on the quality of the parts you get, but it's kind of an inevitability. These brakes were a little undersized, so these police brakes hopefully will solve that. But I've been driving around with pulsating brakes for a couple months now, and it's been driving me nuts. It was a refreshing ride in my wife's car today when the brakes were nice and smooth when I pressed the pedal. But anyway, check back with you when I'm doing the backs. Alright, so I got the driver's side done, got both fronts done. Same exact procedure, but look how nice those look. Better enjoy that while it lasts. So these back ones, it would be an opportune time to paint these calipers. They look a little crusty, but I don't have the time or the desire to do that right now. Maybe I'll paint them when I change the struts. I don't know. And to be honest, my back rotors, they're almost like new. There's a little bit of a ridge in there, and I think they have a coating on them. But I want uniform. I want the same pads front and back. So I go in, open my box, and there are 0 clips in here. I have 2 extra sets for my fronts because the calipers came with clips and the pads came with clips. I should say 4 clips, 1 extra set. Okay, 1 extra set. So I have to reuse the old clips on the back pads. But yeah, I'm gonna go forth with changing the hoses. And these rotors are, front ones were black painted. These are just like coated. I think that's probably what these were. I don't know. I'm gonna change them anyway, just for uniformity. And in all honesty, I don't really need to change these, and I don't need to do the hoses. I'm going the extra mile. Telling you, you can probably just get by with just doing the fronts, and you'll be good. And you don't, if you want to cheap out, you don't have to get the powder coated calipers like I bought. You can certainly cheap out there. You can cheap out on the rotors. You can cheap out on the pads, whatever. I'll end up tallying everything that I paid for this. And yeah, I got it all from Rock Auto. So it's giving you a rough outline of what you can do to upgrade to the police brakes. So I'm just going to throw this on a time lapse. I've done back brakes. Go back in my archives. There's nothing different to this other than I'm going to take the hose off. That's the only difference. So we'll go time lapse. I'll come back when it's time to bleed the brakes. Okay, I'm gonna pause at this moment. I got the caliper and the rotor off. I gotta wind in that caliper. So normally I'd go back and siphon some fluid out of the master, but I think there's enough that has drained out. I'll peek my head in there. I can't really get in there with the camera. I think it's down far enough. I will pop the cap and just throw a towel over it just in case stuff starts spraying everywhere. I doubt it will, because a lot, leaked out. So what we're gonna do, what I probably should have done is remove the caliper from the bracket. That'll make this a little easier. I might still do that. Kind of don't want to, but I think I have to. So I don't think this is, I'm just looking this over, I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, maybe it will. So essentially, this still, I don't know. Judgment call, I'm gonna leave it on, because these are still greased up real nice. Look at how nice that moves. That was a other thing I was gonna do, is grease up them slider pins, but they look pretty good. So I don't know if you can catch that on the camera. Let me see if I can zoom in on Okay, that piece that's all rusty. Zoom in. Zoom. Oh, sure. As I'm holding it up, as I'm looking in the camera, well, you can see that thing right there. So we're going to take, go back to normal here. I'm going to take, I have it all set up already on this tool. This little thing you take this little plate and put it over here. We're essentially going to throw this in. Yeah, see, that's why I should have took that bracket off. Okay, yeah, this needs to go. Yep, I'm going to take that caliper bracket off. Okay, I just loosely mounted that back to how it was, and then I popped that loose. The bolts to hold the bracket on are 13s, and the bolts to hold the caliper to the bracket are 14s. It's all bass backwards. So, okay, now we can see. Oh, let's get in here. So now you're gonna want to put the fingers of these into the little slots on here. You can see that. Get this up behind here. We might need to wind this backwards so it's flat. And I'm using number M, or letter M. These all, like, they're magnets. They stick on here. So we'll go try to throw this in here, and you're supposed to hold this right here with a Allen wrench, or a crescent wrench, but I'm just going to screw it backwards, and I think we should be able to twist. Yeah, see, we're twisting them in. I don't know if you can see on the camera the caliper going back in. I'm just spinning this counterclockwise and the handle clockwise, and it is pushing the caliper back in. It's rotating it back in. Okay, now I'm bottomed out. I think we're, oh wait, let's see. Get it all the way in. Yep, we're all the way in. Now you got to make sure your parking brake's off. I should have mentioned that first. So, there we go. That is how you retract the caliper. I should probably hit that with a wire brush. Hit it with some of that rust preventative. I should have got new back calipers. That was going to add another, what, $400 or $500 to the price of this. Maybe not that much, but I'll hit that with a little rust preventative, rust converter, whatever. Make sure I don't damage the boot. Shit. I went through there with this. I hope I didn't damage the boot. That would have been stupid. Jeez, that'd be just my luck. These will start leaking because I damaged the boot. Okay, don't do what I just did. That was dumb. Where's my brake cleaner? Rebuilt. Rebuilt. So I'm just going to do the same thing here. Throw the new hose on. It's kind of the same as the front. 10 millimeter to get it off the caliper. I busted her loose with a 12 or a half. I'm sorry, half, and then put a 13 on. I should double check that this is a 13 because you can't see it on the camera. 13, yep, Illuminati confirmed there, and this should be a 16. Might be a 15. This one might be smaller. 16's a little big. Well, I'll go ahead and put the vice grips on that one. So, you know, I'll throw some anti-seize on here. Brake clean the new rotor. Throw the new pads in here. I mean, I'll clean this up because this looks, you know, I didn't get new clips. I'll lube up the slider pins here and then put her all back together. Oh yeah, orange thread locker on the bolts. Yeah, clean her up real good. And then it'll be the same for the other side, and then we'll get around to bleeding them. I hope I don't break the bleeder screws off these calipers. So you saw the whole struggle, warts and all, on the time lapse. That, first of all, that clip was a pain to get out. Managed to get it out, and then after I got the brake line loose, it just sat and dripped and dripped and dripped and dripped. Holy crap. Like, maybe get a container to put under there. You saw me spraying brake cleaner or everything because that fluid got everywhere. But we got the new hose hooked up. We're all retracted. I'm gonna go ahead and put that anti-seize, clean up the rotor, put the rotor on. Clean up those. What did I do with that caliper bracket? Oh, it's way over here. I think I'm gonna scrub down those clips because I didn't get new ones. Oh hell, you know what? I might have a set of pads on. Oh, hang on. Hold the phone here. In my myriad piles of junk, I think these are for my 12 Impala. Oh, I hope so. Tell me these are for the 12 up. They look, oh yeah. I got clips. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna go see if these clips fit. I got that set of pads years ago, and I don't remember, I think I ended up going with that Max Advance. I don't know why I had that extra set, but I think we got a winner. Yeah, baby. Oh, it's not even in frame. We got a winner. Nice. Yes, sir. All right. I don't have to reuse them old ones or take a trip back to AutoZone for a set of clips. Nice. All right. Sweet. And these, I don't know, these pins go real nice. Maybe I'll shoot a little bit of, do I need to shoot grease in there? I'm debating whether I should. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw a little bit of grease in there. That one's a little... Well, anyway, back to the time lapse. I gotta sit here and figure out why this caliper isn't seating down correctly. It's hitting something, but the cable back here is okay. I don't know. I'll get her figured out. And I still have yet to crack that bleeder open. But I'm gonna do that. Get that done, figured out, go do the other side, and we'll check back in when it's time to bleed. I remembered what I did wrong. This caliper, the little fingers, they have to point. I don't know if I can get you shit in there. The little notch has to be facing like the 6 o'clock position. Hang on, let me turn the light on. This stupid light doesn't work very well. Okay. Now you can see. That has to be pointing down because on the pad there's a little notch. A little notch on the bottom of the pad right there. And that has to go in there. That was my problem. So, now hopefully I'll get it done right. Alright, check it out, check it out, check it out. Alright, that's all four. Ready to roll. So I got my Motive power bleeder all cleaned out. dumped all the old fluid. I hosed it out with brake clean, dried it off, blew out the lines, put some new Teflon on this connection because I got the GM cap adapter, made sure all this is clean. First I'm gonna fill the master cylinder full. Fill it up to the top. I'm gonna bring it right to the top. I mean, literally to the cap. So then there's no air in there. Then I will fill this up, pump it up. I can't remember what I should have it. Suppose I should read the directions on here. Pressurized to 10 psi. Cool. Glad my instructions haven't worn off. Cool. So I'll do that. I got what are these? 1 pint. At 2 pints, I got one more brand new one here. 12 ounces. So I got plenty of .3 and probably not going to need that much because I really didn't really lose a lot. Well, come to think of it, I got to fill up the new calipers need to be filled. So yeah, it might use quite a bit. But I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do that auto. I shouldn't have to auto bleed. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do the auto bleed. I got to dust off my laptop. Get the Tech 2 Win going on there. Try to find the auto bleed feature. But that's where we are at right now. This damn Motive power bleeder really crapped the bed on me. I don't know, the seal just wouldn't maintain a seal on the master cylinder. It started, as soon as I pumped it up, it started leaking. So fortunately, I still have some fluid in here I'll probably reuse, but I'm glad I didn't dump that in there. So I'm starting the auto bleed procedure on the Tech 2 Win, and it seems to be going well. It told me to start at the left front for whatever reason. Usually that's the one you do last, but I'm just going through the procedure. Yep, I think it wants me to go to the right front next. So I'm going to do that. I've been maintaining, after I did this left front, I got a stick wedged on the brake pedal. I release it, come back, refill that. That's how I'm going to go through and do this, and hopefully this works. I will be upset if it does not. So I don't know that I need to sit here and record all of this. I'm going to have to go get some damn floor dry, clean up I got cat litter. I'm going to clean it up with cat litter. Ha! Garage floor is all full of fluid. Back of my engine. I'm going to have to go hit that with some brake cleaner. Stupid. I should have just bought a new one. Should have known, letting that thing sit for 10 years, that'd be a piece of crap. Well, here we are. I did a round with the auto bleed, and then I did, because I have a stick to put down. Oh, I took it. Oh, it's sitting over there. So I went and threw the stick in, and I went around the way you're supposed to. Closed it all up, topped off the master cylinder as I was going, and then I did another auto bleed, and now I got really good pedal. Got a really solid pedal. So, and while I was doing all that, my battery went dead, so I think it might be time to get a new one. I had to put my friggin' charger on there. But I think we're good. Topped off on the fluid. I'm going to put the tires back on and take it for a spin. Fingers crossed all goes well. Get one last look at those beautiful brakes before one winter will ravage them. Well, here we are. I did a round with the auto bleed, and then I did, because I have a stick to put down. Oh, I took it. Oh, it's sitting over there. So I went and threw the stick in, and I went around the way you're supposed to, closed it all up, you know, topped off the master cylinder as I was going, and then I did another auto bleed, and now I got really good pedal, got really solid pedal. So, oh, and while I was doing all that, my battery went dead, so I think it might be time to get a new one. I had to put my friggin' charger on there, but I think we're good. Topped off on the fluid. I'm going to put the tires back on and take it for a spin. Fingers crossed all goes well. Get one last look at those beautiful brakes before one winter will ravage them. So, big thanks to Ryobi for this ratchet. Man, I just bought that this morning. Made my life so much easier doing this. I don't know why I didn't buy one of these sooner. I got I don't know what I did with it. I have the impact gun. Oh, it's right there for the lug nuts. So she's back on the ground. Lug nuts, went around, torqued them to 100 foot-pounds 2 times around. I'll check them again maybe in 2 days after driving it. So you see it's dark out. Probably been working on this 7 hours now. Would have been longer if I'd have been ratcheting on that by hand. My hand would be considerably more beat up too. So here she sits. Oh, that was another thing. Before I put the wheels on, I went around and checked for leaks, and there were none, thankfully. Just this stupid thing leaked. I think I'm gonna call or check out Motive and just get a new end, because that just unscrews right there. Maybe a new hose too, I don't know. I'm not gonna throw it out. That pissed me off that didn't work. So I'm gonna go for a ride now. Under the cover of darkness, we're going on a shakedown. All right. Yep. Moving. Okay. Not dead yet. Yep, she stops. Damn, something's burning over there. What the hell? Something's burning something. Almost put him to the test right there. That car came out on me. Oh wow, this thing stops. Holy hell. Damn, I gotta say, holy shit, this thing stops. Holy shit. Damn. Woo! I know these Aki Bono say there's no break-in procedure, but damn, I just stepped on the brakes and this thing, holy shit. Yeah. Holy hell, these are a huge improvement. Wish it wasn't pitch dark out. by the time I got these done. Alright, my favorite desolate spot is coming up here. But for whatever reason, there's a car in front of me. I'm just gonna check this out. Wow! Holy hell, I felt the ABS kick on there. Oh! Wow. I'm just saying, good Lord, I'm happy I spent all that time doing this now. These are awesome brakes now. Wow. Yep. Car stops on a damn dime now. Unbelievable. I know I'll probably cut some of this video out. You don't need to see me driving around. Miles south of my house where it turns into the country. Okay, well, first impression, damn. I'm gonna turn around and head home. So that was my little shakedown run. Took a little peek under there. I don't see anything leaking. Everything's great. I can't believe how much better that thing stops. I mean, I don't know if that's just because the pads are new or because I got larger rotors in the front, but whatever. Totally worth it to me. Still some of that hyper dip coming off my rims. So, what do you think of the 9C1 police brake upgrade for the 9th Gen Impala? I imagine you could probably do this with the 8th Gen. Assuming you could probably do it to any 2nd and 3rd Gen W body. Don't hold me to that, but I think the knuckles are all, except for maybe like the 04 to 08 Grand Prix. I don't know if the knuckles are different on that, but I know the lower control arms are, so you might not be able to do it with that car. But I'd imagine, you know, you got an old 97 Buick Century that your grandma gave you, and you wanted to upgrade the brakes. This would certainly fit. So let me know what you think. Everything I'm gonna list the part numbers below. You can look them up on Rock Auto. That's where I bought everything from. I don't recall what I paid offhand. That I'll put all that down below, maybe flash it on screen. I don't know. All right, so about a month has elapsed since I put these brakes in. I was doing fine. I mean, the pedal was a little soft. You saw I had that issue with the motive power bleeder. So I'm throwing my winter tires on now, so that's why I got her up in the air. I went and I repaired this thing. I got some new hose for it, and then I bought some of this. Found this in the plumbing section at Menards. I just made a little gasket. I tucked it up. I pulled this rubber out and tucked that other thing underneath it. I'm going to see if that fits. If not, I can make another layer of it. So I'm going to give it another go of bleeding. I'm going to try to flush most of the old shit out. The pedal did not go to the floor, but I could tell it was you know, a little more travel to get the brakes to activate. And I mean, they work fine. It's just, I don't think, you know, I think had I had that motive on there with constant pressure. I also kind of found that when I was doing that pull up against the seat, I think I needed to press it a little farther to the floor. So that might have been an issue too. I think I'm just going to go, I don't think I need to do the auto bleed again. I'm just going to go ahead and just bleed it regularly. I never introduced any air on this side anyway. When I changed the calipers, it was all aft of the ABS. But so I went through with some Rust-Oleum brush-on paint, gave my struts. I think I can get a couple more years out of those, huh? Oh, I missed a spot right there. Dang it, I just threw my brush out. Crap. I did that and I got threw a little paint on the bracket and I went under my bumper down here. This is starting to rust. Where is it? Right there. Threw some of that paint on there too. And then, you know, like I did last year, I'm gonna go through and fluid film the rockers and the bottoms of the doors and just some spots that always rust. Yeah, these I don't know about this coating on here. Oh, that's surface rust. Oh, that'll clean off. Okay. Oh, there's a little bit here, but the calipers look good. A little dusty, but all in all, they haven't gone through a winter yet. This is 1 month of fall. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that another bleed. Give her a try. Well, it looks like my little trick worked. And there was a little bit of air in the lines, but oh, yep, filled her full. So I'm gonna, I think, depressurize this, take that off, cap it, and then hit the pedal and see what I got. Hope for the best. All right, I did this off camera, but I started her up, and man, yep, huge improvement after doing that. I'll tell you, I got a lot of bubbles out of the back left wheel. So that was my issue. Shut the radio off. Sorry about that. So let's have one more look at these. I didn't shut the door all the way here. There are the 9C1 police brakes. And Raybestos rotors. That kind of sucks. I got a little bit of rust right there. And what are those Akibono pads? Links to all that will be in the description. I think I'll link to the Motive Power Bleeder too, because yeah, once I got the damn thing working, once I put another little thin gasket in there, it worked great. And I didn't have to auto bleed. Now I got good pedal. I'm excited to go drive it. And there's the Raybestos rotor, stock calipers, Akibono pads, new brake hose. Now this is gonna bother me that I didn't hit that spot. So on are going the winter tires, my 17s. I gotta still make sure let's see, are these 17? You know, I said right off the bat we need 17s to clear these rotors, so actually I'm gonna get my tripod and let's just verify. All right, here we go. Get my winter lug nuts out. Let's see, do the 17s fit? I should grab one of the 16s and see if they clear. Yeah, this is gonna suck if these 17s don't clear. Oh yeah, they clear. Let me just toss a couple lug nuts on here. Just a couple, Alright, do they? Oh yeah, they clear beautifully. Let's get the camera in there. Yep. Yep, I mean, just barely. Look at that. You can, oh yeah, there's less than a finger's width between the edge of the wheel and the caliper, but yep, 17s work. 17s and 18s, I don't know. Do I want to dig it? I got the 16s. I got the 16s right there. Should we test that theory that the 16s don't fit? Let's do it. I'm going to take this one off and let's just see. Okay, just so you know, these are 17-inch wheels and the tires are 215 60 17s. These are 16-inch wheels, the standard 225 60 16s. Just one little thing I wanted to jump in here and say. If you have 16-inch wheels and you have the stock rear struts, you cannot jump directly to 18s because the 18s will rub against the strut. I don't know, I put my wheel back on, but you know that part that the spring sits on, the spring perch, it'll rub on that. If you have 17s stock, you can go to 18s and they won't rub, but if you go from 16s to 18s, they'll rub. The only way around that is either you find a set of stock LTZ rear struts or the KYB, they used to call them GR2s. I think, what are they called now? XLGs. They're called XLGs. The KYB XLG quick struts will clear 18-inch wheels. So keep that in mind. And then also, like I said, your 16-inch spare tire will not fit on the front anymore. So I would consider looking for, if you want, like technically, like I've already said, I usually will put, if I got a flat on the front, I'm going to take my back tire, put it on the front, put the spare on the back, because you shouldn't be riding around with the spare on the front anyway. But if you're that type of person that likes to put the spare on the front, look for something from like a Cadillac DTS and a Buick Lucerne. Check eBay, because those will fit, and they do have them in 17 inches. And I would assume they'll fit in the trunk well of the Impala. So this is just something to keep in mind. And let's just see how these don't clear. Yeah, I can't even get, oh yeah, it won't, yep. Illuminati confirmed. Look, I can't even get this up against here. Yep. So that is confirmation that you can't run 16s with these. That's yeah. I can't even get the wheel on. It's hitting the caliper. So there you go. If you're gonna do this upgrade, you need at least 17-inch wheels. You know, the Impalas came with some nice 17s, the 2LT models. Or I got these Steelies off eBay for my winter tires. And I don't know, the guy from the mobile installation told me that these eBay wheels they rust out real easy. So right before a couple weeks ago, I washed them real good, and then I threw some ceramic coating or ceramic spray wax on them. I did that last year before I mounted the tires, and they look pretty good. So I would just suggest you keep these things clean. If you see some rust, hit them with some paint. Yeah, so there you go. Police 9C3 or 9C1 police brake upgrade on the 9th Gen Impala. If you liked it, make sure to give me a thumbs up. It really supports the channel. Toss me a subscription. Drop a comment below. Any questions? I'm usually around to ask or to answer. Sorry. But anyways, take care, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.